we are going to be looking at the sum or the difference of two cubes, right? I think by now you know in terms of what are you expecting here, right? So we are going to be dealing with cube numbers, right? Isn't it so? So now what is it that we can do now? Firstly, is that in order for you to be in a point of be factorizing the difference of two cubes, you must firstly identify the cube numbers, right? Cube numbers. I think by now you understand your cube numbers, right? So now let me just give you the formula or the formula of how to how to just factorize your difference of two cubes, right? Now, firstly, the first formula is that now, let's say if you are having a square, a cubed, subtract b cubed, right? Now, this is cubed. Now, if you want to factorize this is going to be same as what? Now, when you're factorizing this is same as now a subtract b, which means now firstly you look for what is now the cube root of that. So this is going to be a subtract b, which means your first. Then now after that, what is it that you're going to do is your first term. Now the first term of your square number is going to be squared. Remember, because when you say a multiplied by a squared, you are going to get what? You are going to get your a cube. So this is going to be a subtract what? This is going to be subtract. Now, since this is a negative, if this is a negative, this is going to be your plus ab, and then your last one is going to be minus b squared, right? So this is basically the formula of factorizing your difference of two cube. Then the other one, the sum. Now let's say you have a sum. Let's say you are having a cube plus your b cube. Now this one is going to be same thing, right? This is going to be a plus your b, and then the second one is going to be what? This is going to be your a squared. Now this is a positive here, so here it's going to be minus. It's going to be minus ab. It's going to be minus ab, and then the last one is going to be plus b squared, right? Given that you are having 8, you have 8a cubed plus 27. What is it that we are going to do? Let's say this is your number one. I think let me just write these rules here so that you can always refer. Remember the first one, I said if you are having a difference, if you are having a, let's say a3 subtract b3, we said now firstly what you are going to have is that this is going to be a subtract b into a squared. Then this is going to be plus your ab subtract b squared. This is the one with a negative. This is the one with a negative. Then let's look at the sum. Now the one of a sum, we said, remember, it's a. Let's say you have a cube plus b cube. Now we said this one, for you to solve this one, this is going to be a plus your b, and then this is going to be a squared subtract ab, and then plus your b squared. We said this was the rule. Now let's then apply these rules in here and see in terms of what can we have. Now firstly, can you it is important that you are able to identify this now. So this is going to be, now this is going to be your firstly, what is the square number or a cube number of this? This is going to be same as 2a plus what? Plus your 3. Remember, because the cube root of 27 is 3, right? And what is it that you're going to have now? We said we are having a first square term, so this is going to be 4a squared, and then minus, what is ab? Remember, this was ab, which means it was a multiplied by b. So in this case, let's get and another color. In this case, this is going to be 2 multiplied by 3. What is 2 multiplied by 3 going to give us? It is going to give us, your 3, your 6, I mean. So this is going to be your 6a. And then your last term is what? Your last term is going to be a square number. Or rather, it's going to be 3 squared. And what is 3 squared? It's going to be plus 9. To get, then you have solved that one. Now let's look at let's say we are having another example here. Now let's say now your example number 2. Let me get this black color. Now your number 2, let's say you are having your 8h cubed subtract 125g cubed, right? And we see in terms of what is it that we can do here now. Firstly, we are going to say now this is a different of 2 cubes. Different of 2 cubes, we say now the first one we are going to have what? We are going to say what is the cube root of the first term, and that second term, it's what? It's going to be 2h subtract what is 125? It's 5. So this is going to be 5g. And then now you open your bracket. You then start squaring. You start squaring the first term. This square of 2, it's going to be what? It's going to be 4h. Now remember, the middle one is what? You multiply your a and your b. You multiply your 2h multiply by what? Your 5g. And don't make that mistake. Remember, you need to multiply both of those, right? So this is going to give you what? This is going to give you plus 10gh, isn't it so? And then the last one is going to be subtract 25g. And then now you have, you have factorized, or rather you have factorized these different of 2 cubes very nicely. Let's check in terms of, can't we squeeze in number 3 here and see what we can do. Now your number 3, let's say in number 3, I give you that you have your a cubed, right? Subtract your 216 over your what? And over your, let's make this your a squared and see. Remember, this is a division sign, the over, right? So now what is it? Now, what is it that we can do here? Let's solve it here. Now, your a cubed, what is it? The cube root of that, it's going to be a. Subtract now 216. What is the cube root of 216? That is 6. So this is going to be 6 over your what? Your a. Remember, this is your cube. This is going to be your a. Don't make the mistake. This is a cubed, right? So now, and then after that, now, what is it that you're going to do to the second one? You are going to square the first term, which is going to be your a squared. Then now, what is it that you are going to have? What you're going to have here now is you are going to multiply this one and this one. And look, you are having a multiplied by 6 over a. You see that the a's are going to cancel each other. Then you are going to be left with 6, right? So this is therefore going to be subtract 6, and then now the last one, remember this was a negative, this was the one of a negative, so this must be a plus 6, and then the last one is going to be your let's see, yes, the last one is going to be your 36. So the last one is going to be your what now? This is going to be your 36 over what? Over a squared. I would get, and then now you have successfully simplified also this one. I would get. So please ensure that you check in terms of what are you given. I'm tempted to give you another example. Let me just do the last one. Now let's say in your number 4 you're given that you have 1 over 8x cubed subtract 27y cube, right? This is just to make sure that you are you get this fully. So now you're going to look for the square numbers of the first one, now. So this is going to be 1 over 2x, isn't it so? Subtract the other one, it's going to be 3y. I know you are even following now because you get this. Now, this other one now, it's going to be 1 over 4, what? X squared. Now, let's do this one here. You are having 1 over 2x multiplied by what? Multiplied by 3y. So this is going to be what? 1 this is same as over 1. So this is same as 3 over 2xy, right? Because when you multiply 1 with 3, you get 3. And then the denominator, you get 2. So this is therefore going to be what? This is going to be a plus, a what? A plus 3 over 2xy. And then the last one is going to be what? The last one is going to be now your minus what? This is going to be your minus 9y squared. And then you have, successfully simplified this. So ensure that, you make yourself familiar with all these things. I think that is as far as sum or different of two cubes are concerned. Thank you.